Alright, good day, welcome loves. Alright, Aries, we are going to do you guys because it is the month of Aries. Alright, and I don't have work today. And I'm going to try to get caught up on some of these zodiac signs. And I just got a new phone. It was a whole time, so I took it to the store when I was looking for a new phone. And because I'm like, man, this thing doesn't want to charge anymore. Okay, it was literally like coming apart on one side. And the worker there was like, ma'am, that's very dangerous. The battery is expanding and it could burst, explode. And I'm like, so I've been carrying around a explosive device this whole time? Like, technically, yeah. But yet they look kind of like concerned, but yet, like intrigued or amazed at how the fucker still worked. I'm not a wasteful person. I'm not. I use everything until it literally, my kids, it drove them nuts, but I don't throw away anything unless it's completely, I've used it completely to the max. All right, so let's go for Aries. See what's going down with y'all. All right, I keep seeing the Fool. All right, so let's see what's going down with you guys for the Aries collective. I haven't done you guys in a while. I haven't really done a lot of people in a while. I've just been kind of like doing other things, you know. I just do read tarot when I feel a pull, you know. So yeah, not here to try to make a living and just give people storylines just to kind of like, it's not what it's about. I've stated it so many times. Person should not need a fucking tarot reading every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people can't make that swift of moves. All right, maybe here and there, but not consistently. So the only way your reading is going to shift or change is if you shift or change. You know, otherwise it's like fucking irrelevant. Pointless. Oh, we got the Hanged One. Okay, well, I feel like something's going to... Ooh, look at that. Maybe some of you guys are on the cusp of a... Aries, maybe you guys are like closer to Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. You know, I just throw these little things out there, these little indicators for those that it may really be like nail in the coffin for them. Like, not in a negative way, but... So right now I feel like a release with the Empress. Some of y'all could be mothers with the Empress. There's always a lot of babies born in the springtime. All right. I don't know. I've always wondered. I should look that up. If there's any like significance when it comes to like humans that have, because if you pay attention, you know, it's like a lot of babies are born, like I said, spring and like summer, you know, and it's kind of like nature. So I wonder with the Empress if it is just a natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? I feel like something is halting here, kind of in a standstill at the moment, but a release with the Empress. All right. So let's go for the Hanged One with the Empress. So release is going to be happening. All right, we got 5 little buds here. All right, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 years, you know, depending on your situation. All right, because the Empress can speak of fertility, pregnancy. Some of y'all might end up getting pregnant in 5 years. You may not see that down the road. Some of you guys may be releasing in 5 days, 5 weeks. All right, so that's the thing is when we're doing general readings, it can be like everybody can go through similar situations just at different intervals of time. You know what I'm saying? So like one could be ready to burst now while the other has got 5 weeks, or the other could have 5 days, 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So I like to throw that out there. Because those little things can really kind of like let people know if they're not sure, and then, okay, yep. Because they're general readings. It could be for any amount of people. You know, some of y'all could be seeing 6. Some of you guys could be 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 6, you know, days, weeks, months. All right. but a release. Obviously, those that are doing that could be dealing with fertility, obviously, or pregnancy. It's always a blessing when you get to have that relief, that release. I just get heavy, like, fertility when it comes to the springtime with the Empress here, and then the Hanged One. Alright, let's get a little more here for the Hanged One, the Empress. That was the King of Pentacles that I had seen. Alright. It's like there's stuff that needs to be... Whoa! What was that one? Yeah, you guys could be welcoming something, alright? The arrival, definitely. What the frickin'? Four of Joints, Four of Wands. Yeah, it's like... So we do have here the King of Joints, alright? You could just be kind of waiting for the day, alright? A lot of strength, okay? It's going to take a lot to go through this, alright? Big change, big shift in your life. You could be thinking about it, contemplating, you know, you could just be in kind of like that in between time here, but yes. Some of you guys may be, you know, doing things for Easter, all right? This could be here just saying, you know, yeah, some of you guys could be getting together for Easter. There could be family that could be coming or a little family reunion get together here with the Empress and the Four of Joints. But I'm getting a lot of, like, arrival. And then there's 4. So it could be counting down the days here. Oofda. It's the King of Joints. Alright. Let's get a little more here for the King of Joints. So yeah, we got that fire energy here. So, let's get for the King of Joints. I feel like it's something that you've been waiting for. Yeah, because in the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Then you start to, you know, become more slimmed down. Because the Nine of Pentacles is kind of a slimmer energy. And I know a lot of people, that's their goal. You know, that could be your focus. Getting back into shape. But I did see the Two of Cups, so could be a man in your life taking lead, all right? But I feel like, yeah, the big picture is on the horizon here for you guys. You could be, you know, the one that wears the pants, runs the household here. Does a lot of, like, domestic duties. Yeah, but another 4, so it could be, some of y'all could be seeing, like, 4 days. This could be, like, after, you know, like 4 days after today. All right, let's get a little bit more. But, yeah, you lead the household. You leave a lot of, like I said, lead the domestic duties. So I'm getting, like, major housewife here with the Four of Joints and the Empress and the King of Joints. Even though the King of Joints is a masculine energy, I'm just seeing it more being here as, like, the leader. You saw the King of... yeah, you carry... Yeah, that was the Ten of Joints. You carry a lot of, like... I don't really want to, like, responsibilities. You know what I mean? So you probably got to take care of and do a lot of running around, running errands, you know, household chores, duty. And, you know, it can get rough. All right, but I feel like a release is coming. All right, with that Ten of Joints, Ten of Wands that wanted to come out. So you're nearing the end of an uphill, you know, battle in life. It's not easy if you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That was, yeah. Got the Sun card here. So very positive new beginning. All right, very beautiful masculine energy. So maybe some of y'all are going to have a boy here. It doesn't have to be with the masculine energy. But yeah, there's a lot of contemplating. Okay? There's just a lot of sitting back. And I feel like I'm almost getting like a 7 of bong energy too, where you're just kind of wondering. You know, I feel like we do have here the 10 of, oof, I don't like that energy though. But I feel, okay, yes I do. I feel like you are releasing, you're doing a lot of thinking, but thinking will lead to a release of stuck energy, all right? That may have kept you low, kept you down. Because a lot of people do, you know, go through depression. So we do have here the temperance. So I feel like there's going to be some healing energy on the horizon. There's a lot of fear. All right, things are kind of iffy right now in your life, but everybody gets fear loves. All right. I also feel like you fear like breaking free from a thought process, a way that you think. I feel like it's a lot. So whatever's going on, I feel like your thoughts are getting the best of you. All right, maybe you're wondering if you're going to fail, you know, at being the leader, the one that guides, you know what I mean? You could be like kind of fearing that, and fearing maybe that you're going to not do the best job. But we do have here the 4 of pipes. Yeah, right now you're just kind of in a nesting period that's kind of just making you do a lot of thinking and contemplating, because things are going to shift and change. We saw with that tower earlier, all right? And it can be a lot. But I feel like you're going to be just fine, all right? Right now, you're just kind of at a stalemate. You know, you're kind of like on the verge of release with the Hanged One here. All right, let's wrap this up here for Aries. I can't believe those two just came out like that in the beginning. That was, yeah, the 10 of bongs. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like everything's going to be, there it is, the 10 of bongs. Yeah, you may be at a crossroads with family. Maybe that's a problem here, because you're like dangling between 2 10s here. But I feel like once you're done and you move out of this, 8, 9, and 10 of joint, or bongs, or pipes, I'm sorry, swords, you're gonna see you and your family thrive here. All right, maybe you feel like you can't achieve and fulfill, you know, your family's needs or something, but you could have walked away. But I feel like it's saying to walk away from these thoughts, walk away from this indecision, and focus on what will bring ultimate fulfillment to you, your family. We have here the Hermit. All right, so you're probably just kind of in solitude right now, kind of withdrew your energy, keeping to yourself. You may have pulled it back from family here, but I feel like right now it's just a time for you to kind of rest and do some deep inner work here. And you're working your way up. Like I said, you're going from the 8 to the 9 to the 10 of swords. And then you'll move out of this crossroads and achieve your 10 of bongs here. All right. Let's wrap this up here. You know, if you've been backstabbed, betrayed, you know, stuff like that, it's time to, yeah, move forward and focus on the things that fulfill you the most in life, the things that bring you happiness, tears of joy, good emotions. Don't stay, that was the Knight of Bongs. So yeah, it's like your instincts will lead you better than your thoughts will, because your intuition, instincts, it's pure. Okay, we have Yeah, the Six of Pipes. It's time to move away. All right, move into a calm time in your life. All right, this could be a time in your life where you're really going to be doing a lot of soul searching. All right, kind of wanting to achieve a more peaceful, calm energy and environment and mentality in your mental health. There's a lot of swords here. All right. I just saw the King of Bongs. All right, yeah, it's about getting them emotions balanced, all right? Finding the perfect ebb and flow. But I feel like you'll achieve that with this Hermit. The Hermit is what brings amongst great change, all right? And I feel like your spirit guides are leading you, they're guiding you, nudging you, all right? So don't ignore it. We got here the Judgment card. So yeah, it's like I feel like you're waking up. And I feel like this release is going to bring you happiness, all right? But you gotta release any abandonment issues, anything that just kind of keeps you down, and heal. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done, but you can achieve it here, all right? You got the strength. It's time to we saw that 10 of joints, so don't let your paranoia get the best of you, all right? You may have been wounded, but you're stronger than that, all right? So I'm going to leave that there. You're rising up and you're just entering a new phase, a new chapter, and it can get scary. And I just noticed this stone here. I've had it for a while. I just noticed the purple sticking out like big time. Look into this stone, all right? I don't know exactly what it's called, but it looks like almost like clear quartz with a little purple in it. I don't know, or that stuck out. Purple. The color purple is significant, especially with like these colors here. See how like the purples? And it's kind of like that color kind of is matching. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not, but it's like matching the purples here. So a lot of purple. I don't know if that's significant for you guys, or look into amethyst, purple, something there, okay?